I'm just going to share my screen really quick with the settlement statement, so you guys could take a quick look of it. Are you guys able to see it? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So once again, because this is not a real estate transaction, there's no CD. So it's just a standard escrow settlement statement. Okay. So this kind of details it a little bit. You know, we made good money on this one. It was 11,676. Now I did mention that, you know, the buyer doesn't own the land, but there is still a small property tax portion. And let me show you where that is. That's actually right here. So if you guys see right here, there is county taxes at 174 semi-annually. It's peanuts. It's not very much at all. Okay. So do keep that in mind. They still have a shared property tax portion on top of that lease fee, on top of that mortgage. Okay. The next thing I wanted to share with you guys, hang on one quick second here, is the rate sheet. So Romy does a really good job at sending us these rate sheets from Triad Financial. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever look at it, or you're just like wondering what the heck is it, but this is what it is, and it breaks it down pretty simple. So my borrower fit in this category right here, and they went 5% down. I don't think they had a 740 FICO score. I think I was in this category here at the time, but my rate was 8.73. I don't know what dictates the rates going up or down on these. It's not like how we follow the 10-year treasury. So I'm not sure how it works, but just take a glance at it when Romy sends it out. It's really helpful. Obviously, if they want to go with a 20-year term versus a 25, they get a slight decrease in rate, not very much, okay, but it's still something. And if you guys go down here to the bottom here, it kind of spells out approvals and rates, how long they're good for, and all that good stuff. But it's really simple. There's really not much you need to look at. There is a component here with Land Plus and Land Home. This has something to do with buying the land and the structure at the same time. Because I didn't do one and I didn't really study it, I'm not even going to talk about it because it'll just be made up stuff. And I don't want to give you guys false information. But 9 out of 10 times, the mobile home transactions that you will encounter here locally, there's no land purchase involved. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay. So that's really all I have, guys. But once again, I can't stress enough how much of an advantage we have to be able to do this, right? In addition to all the non-QM stuff that we can do for traditional mortgages, but the fact that we're able to finance mobile homes, I think it's huge. And based on my personal experience with reaching out to agents, is that a lot of them who come across a mobile home listing, they really don't understand how it works, and they don't understand that there's a whole special lending that they have to use to get it financed, right? So this is a really good opportunity for you to be the expert. Reach out to them and say, hey, how many mobile homes have you sold or listed? Most of them will tell you this is my first one, and just say, okay, great. Hey, we're one of the few lenders, mortgage lenders, who are actually able to finance a mobile home, and let me guide you through the process. Let me walk you through it. And trust me, if you can guide them through it and help them with it, you're going to earn a really solid relationship. So, it's not just the fact that we're able to offer something like this, but leverage it to build your book of business and your referral source. Okay. That's all I have. I don't know if someone else is talking, but that's all I've got. Hi, Ian. Yeah, you're on mute.
There it is.
Hey.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I just have a question. I've only probably done 4 or 5 of these mobile home transactions, and it's been years since then. What's the occupancy requirement for this one?
For this one, it has to be primary.
has to be primary solely, right? They can't even rent it out, correct?
I don't know about that, Ian.
Like afterwards, after, let's just say, or even have somebody short-term rent it, or maybe even have a relative live there for a little while. Because that's kind of like the thing that I encountered in the past. So no information on that with respect to what you did with this
Yeah,
loan.
I didn't look that deep into it. My borrowers are truly occupying it as a primary residence. But you know what? That's a great question, and I'll spend some time looking into it, and I'll share it with all of you guys when I get an answer.
Okay, thank you. And then, do we submit this as broker, or we correspondent? Can we? Do we have to
It's broker.
disclose
It's broker.
the
It's broker.
broker?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 11,000 that you said were gross commission, that was off from rebate alone, or was that a combination of origination and rebate?
There's no rebates. It's just based
Okay.
on points. Yeah. So
Got it.
I charged 4 points on this. There was zero
Okay.
pushback from the borrower.
Yes.
I think it was just expected.
More power.
Yeah. But
Okay.
you know what, guys? Yes, I know. When you hear that, wow, this guy charged you 4 points. It's ridiculous. But the most important thing is know your worth, right? I didn't have to put in a lot of work into this, but the fact that there's scarcity with this type of financing. Okay. So I'm not saying go rip off people, but know that information, know what it's worth, and sell it confidently. I was able to be really confident with this because I know there's not a lot of players in it. This isn't a single family home loan with W-2 buyers, 30% DTI, 30% down payment. It's not one of those, because somebody like that can go anywhere and shop us, and it'll just be a bloodbath. But when you have a niche product that you don't have a lot of competition, you really have to maximize it and truly know your worth and sell it with confidence.
Can you go back how you qualify them? So you said FICO wasn't that high at all.
Yeah, I think it was like 705 or something like that. It wasn't bad, Ian, but it wasn't the best. As far as qualifying, it's a basic, simple DTI calculation. They were more than fine with what they're looking for. But once again, just first time home. Well, no, they're not first time home buyers. They had a bankruptcy years ago. But just the fact that they didn't want to have to come out of pocket with too much. So the 5% down really helped. No PMI really helped. Property coming in at value and being able to roll in 100% of the closing costs. That was huge. You can't do that anywhere else. So these are all the benefits that you guys have to, especially when you reach out to realtors, just be like, hey, this property is being listed at 300,000. Did you know that the appraisal comes in at $300,000? Your client doesn't have to come out of pocket for any of the closing costs.
How much can you roll over though?
I think the maximum is like 4. No, I don't know, Ian.
Okay, sorry, I'm asking all these questions.
No, but these are great questions because it gives me something to do, and it gives me something to research.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, because I was gonna say 4%, but that's incorrect because my fees alone were 4%, and that's without any other fees. So it can't be 4%. It has to be higher.
So with this transaction, all they came up with was 5% to move in.
Yes, that was like their only out-of-pocket expense.
Okay. And so, do they pay their land lease separate with their mortgage?
Correct. So it's like HOA, right? You don't impound HOA. But in their case, they have the land lease that they pay on a monthly basis, and then that tiny little property tax that they pay semi-annually.
Okay. Like I say.
Cool. All right. So Brenda or Romy, I don't know what's next. If you guys know what's next, go ahead and take over. Otherwise, I guess we'll just end the call.
I don't have anything, but I guess if there's nothing else, I think we can call it a day. Yeah, he's in a meeting.
He's in a meeting. Oh, you know what, Brenda? I did talk to Peter the other day. I don't know if he wants to be the one that shares it, but you're sort of taking on a new role. Do you want to just talk about that?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be taking on, as you guys know, I kind of transition from processing to sales, but as I'm still going to be doing my sales, I'm going to be the new account manager for Giving Tree. So if you guys have any questions or any scenarios, you guys, most of you LOs usually reach out to me anyway, so that won't be different for some of you guys. But for the other LOs that don't usually reach out to me, go ahead, reach out to me first before you guys reach out to Gia or Peter. I'll be the main point of contact for you guys. So don't hesitate to call me. I'll be calling you guys as well every once in a while just to check in. But
This is effective immediately, Brenda.
yes, effective
congratulations.
immediately.
We'll call it a
Thank
promotion.
you.
This
Thank
business
you.
card, this business card's already obsolete.
Thanks, Ian.
And then really quickly, for those of you who are not in the office and who haven't had a chance to meet Harrison, he's a brilliant marketing guy. You know, Harrison, I promise you, we'll set something up when my kid goes back to school. We'll sit down and spend some time together. I know you have so much value, guys. So if you guys are not talking to Harrison or running ideas by him for marketing, you're truly missing out, and he's 100% being underutilized. So I challenge every one of you who are in production to please talk to him, at least for a few minutes, just pick his brain, come up with some new, fresh ideas, marketing ideas, right? That would really make you stand out. It's important to stand out right now. You know, it's great that we offer all these things, but you know, the thing is, when people don't know that you do it, it's meaningless. So, you know what you're capable of, you're skilled, you're seasoned, you get stuff done, you offer all these crazy solutions and programs, but if nobody knows about it, it means nothing. Okay. And this is where Harrison comes in, because I think he could put all that together for you and come up with a plan to help you deliver it so people know that you can do all these great things. Cool.
And just to add to that, I can create anything and everything. So whatever you find on social media, if you like it and you want your version of it, send that over to me, and then I can, crank that out for you guys. So reach out to me, keep me busy. I love being busy. So yeah, any thoughts, ideas, suggestions, even if you don't know where to start, just, throw something on the calendar and I can kind of guide you towards those first couple steps.
Thank you.
Sounds good. We're fortunate to have you, Harrison. All right, guys, nothing else? Okay, we'll end it here. Everybody have a good day, and we'll talk next week.
Bye, everybody.
One.